Hi everyone, it's Katya. Happy Friday. Cheers. Today I'm going to be doing the How Do You Booktube tag, which is an original tag from Beth Ann Brunninger-Sokolar and Margaret Pennard. So on to the questions. Number 1. If you haven't already explained in another tag, what made you start a booktube channel? So I have actually explained this before in the booktube newbie tag, but I actually came to that tag kind of late because I didn't realize that tags were a thing. But tags are a great way to get social on booktube. And what I said on that one is pretty much holding true at the moment, which is I started booktube in order to get social with other readers. I like the interaction, I like responding to comments, and now I especially like going to other booktubers' channels, watching their videos and learning about new books and things that they're passionate about, new reads, new authors. So all of that still holds true. Number 2. How do you decide to subscribe? How many channels are you subscribed to? So I'm subscribed to roughly 200 channels, of which I think about 15 aren't booktube. How do I decide to subscribe? So for booktube, I decide to subscribe to channels where people come across as though they're really loving what they're doing and they love reading. So some booktube channels have, really big subscriber counts, and I'm never really sure if they're reading all the books that they are promoting. It seems to be book haul after book haul, and those aren't the channels that I subscribe to. So I subscribe to big channels as well, but it tends to be big channels who are then telling me how much they love a particular author or a particular series, rather than just being book hauls. And I think that comes down to the only thing I want someone to sell me on booktube is their enthusiasm for reading. I'm not interested in being sold on anything else, whether that's jewellery, subscriptions, or anything else. I'm not against actually subscribing to someone who is given promotions and they therefore, do some ads, because there's a couple that I am subscribed to who do that. But they do come across as though they're passionate about reading and passing that on to the viewers. I also gravitate towards channels who interact with viewers. So if someone leaves you a comment and you comment back, I'm more likely to subscribe to you. Also, if you just, acknowledge their comment with a heart. I'm not really keen on channels that don't acknowledge someone's comment with a heart or a comment. I also don't have a specific type of channel that I subscribe to. So I love a variety of books, I love a variety of genres and different authors, and I'm not expecting each and every channel that I follow to actually provide that variety. So I subscribe to people who are discussing a variety of books, but equally I also subscribe to people who do just a specific genre and do just a specific format. So I would follow someone who's doing new interesting things and loads of creative stuff and loads of editing, and equally I'll follow someone who is doing no editing and is also doing, let's say, a very set format of only weekly wrap-ups. So it's very different for me. I get value out of different types of channels. I think just be you and chances are I'll enjoy watching your channel. Number 3. Do you unsubscribe from inactive channels? If so, how do you decide to unsubscribe? So this one made me feel a little bit nostalgic or sad. I don't know how to describe it. But the first time I unsubscribed from an inactive channel was someone who'd actually started their booktube channel at the same time as I did. So I waited first 3 months and then I thought, you know what, they might still come back. They might just be a little bit put off booktube at the moment. And then I waited a little longer. And finally, at the 6-month mark, I unsubscribed. So it's become a bit of a rule of thumb that I wait sort of 3 to 6 months for inactive accounts before I unsubscribe. And number 4, when and where do you watch booktube? Usually on weekday evenings, and on weekends. I very rarely watch in the mornings. Occasionally I do, but I can't binge watch in a morning before work. Otherwise my mind will be way too tired, because I do like to really engage with the videos that I'm watching. So yeah, it's not for me to actually binge watch before work on a weekday. Number 5, how do you respond to comments? Do you always respond right away or on a set schedule? Do you comment on every video you watch? So that's quite a few questions in number 5. So I started off really well by responding to every single comment. And now I feel like I've built up this rapport, at least that's what I'm telling myself, with other booktubers, where if I'm feeling tired from a day off, commenting on other videos and stuff, and I get to a comment and I can't think of something to say, if I know that booktuber, I put a heart on it and I don't comment, which is, like I say, unusual. If I don't know you and you're not a fellow booktuber that I have, this rapport with, then most likely I'm going to comment back. And that's not to say that any booktubers who have commented on my channel and I actually leave a comment that I don't feel I have a rapport. It just means I probably don't feel so mind tired at the time that I'm writing a response. So on to the next one. Oh no, I haven't answered the bit about, do I schedule my responses? I don't schedule my responses, and when it comes to commenting on all of the videos that I watch, I don't comment on every single video. I used to, but again, with time, I've come to a decision to just like a video if I've enjoyed it, but if they've already had on that particular video huge viewer engagement, and I can't think of something in addition to everything that's already been said on the comment section, then I just leave it as a like, because it's quite tricky sometimes to think of something if someone has 54 different comments already and they've said in varying degrees things that you were thinking when you watched the video. So no, I don't comment on every video any longer. Number 6, do you keep up with content as it comes out? Or do you catch up on older content? How do you filter through old content, if so? So I try to keep up with content, but sometimes you've got weeks where, life. So then you do this whole binge watch on a weekend, and by that time, some people will have posted 3 to 4 times since you last watched their video. So what I tend to do is I then watch the newest content from them, unless the title from an older video catches my interest more. So yeah, that's my rule of thumb. I'll usually go to your newest video if you're a booktuber, and if I notice that maybe 2 videos ago you did a title that sparks my interest more, then I'll go to that one instead by exception. Number 7, do you use your homepage feed to decide what you watch? Or do you work down your list of channel subscriptions? I work down my list of channel subscriptions. Number 8, already, tag some folks. So I am going to tag EpicTalez, who is a new channel. Great energy, fantastic topics. Only recently I found out so many things about YouTube analytics through that channel. He was showing how viewer engagement shows up on your analytics page, and I had no idea what all of the analytics side of YouTube Studio did until I watched that video. So, useful tips there and great energy. Next up, I'm going to choose a whole bunch of people who have been buddy reading with me. And the reason I'm doing that is because that sort of ties in with how I personally booktube. And I didn't know that this was going to be the case when I started the channel, but a lot of engagement for me and enjoyment has actually come out of doing buddy reads with other booktubers. So the first person is Tori at Hufflepuff Duscovery, and she did my first buddy read, which was Adam Bede. So Tori's channel is fabulous. She does great vlogs, great chats, and great reviews. So check her out. Next up is Lana at LanaExLibris, and Lana does these beautiful videos, really aesthetically pleasing, and the same thing with her Instagram posts, really pretty, attractive. I don't know how she does all of these images, but looks smashing. And beyond the visuals, her vibe is very comfy, cozy. I feel like, you know, watching her videos are like chatting with a friend, and it's kind of like an extension of how we did our buddy read of Death on the Nile. Really comfortable, really welcoming, and just feels like you're chilling with a friend. Then I've got Amy at Astar Reads. So Amy is currently reading Station 11 with me, and she is just, you know, she's got like this connection with people but also with nature. And I was extremely jealous of a recent video of hers where, you know, she's communing with nature. She's out there in the forest and she places her camera in the tree, and I was thinking to myself, oh, don't do that, because for me, placing a camera in a tree, it's just going to go smash. Branches are going to snap. It's going to go crashing down, hit a rock strategically so that the camera smashes. No. Amy places it in the tree. Branches frame her face beautifully, and the camera is just like staying there perfectly cradled in the branches. So check out Amy's channel. She does fantastic reviews. She does really creative things like her TBR game, and I don't know, she does so many things. Vlogging, loads of creativity, and also great insight in the buddy reads, which actually has been the case for me for all of the books that I've buddy read. Then next up, I've also got Eliza Baum, who buddy read one of the Earthsea books with me, and her channel is fairly new, but do check her out. Fantastic buddy reader. And then we've of course got a big thank you to Beth Ann and Margaret, who created this tag and were also buddy readers of mine. Then I am tagging Rana. I almost forgot this. I want to add Rana because although I haven't buddy read with Rana, we are buddy reading next month. As always, thanks for joining me, and like, subscribe and comment if you feel like it. Thanks so much and take care. Bye. Cheers.